costing. For costing, you do not need to go inside this AWS. Rather, you go to the Google and write AWS S3 calculator. This calculator is created into the Excel and it is stored into the S3. That is the reason this name is S3 calculator. And I click here and I click on this calculator.s3.amazon.com. Okay, I'll give this URL to you also. Okay, and this calculator let it be. I do not disturb this record, this conference one. This today, this is angry. I don't know. It is getting hanged as and when I click. So let it be. So this calculator is created into the S3, and this is stored, created into the Excel and stored into the S3. So most of the component that you have learned or not learned, everything is here. And now, if I talk about here, it is free tier is also enabled. Means for next 12 months, whatever the free, it is also enabled here. Okay. So here you can see that here EC2, S3, Amazon 53, Amazon CloudFront, RDS, whatever the component you have learned or not learned, everything is coming here, right? So what you have to do, you have to select any particular component for which the cost you want to. Let's say I am your manager and I come to you and say that Abhijit, you have one of the customer is coming who require 4 servers, right? And rather 5 servers, 2 web server, 2 app server, and 1 database server. Okay, Abhijit said yes. So and said that, sir, which configuration you want? So let's say that guy says that the web server should be 4 CPU, 16 gig of memory, and database should be 8 CPU, 32 gig of memory, and app server is 4 CPU, 16 gig of memory. Same, right? So Abhijit said no problem. So you click here, and here he mentioned here app server, web server, database server, and he mentioned here instances 1, 2, 3. He want 2 web server for high ability failover, 2 app server, and 1 database server. Okay, good. Now his boss said that I would like to run only 12 hours in a day. So I'll say that if I say that day 24 hours instead of I say 12 hours. Only 12 hours I will run in a day. Okay, so that is clear now. So half day he wants to run every day, not full day. And now he said that 4 CPU, 16 gig of memory, right? So if I say that 4 CPU, 16 gig of memory or any configuration which is been suggested, so I search here, right? I search 4 CPU, 16 gig of memory. Okay, so maybe available. If it is not available, we have to take the nearby one, right? Nearby we have to take, but let's search it first. Okay, so 4 16, right? Yeah, it is here 416, right? So I take this also here, save and close, right? I go to the another one and same one that which one we have taken, G4DN, right? So I go here, go down, G4, I go to the G category, G4DN 416, right? This is a high network speed, up to 25 Gbps speed, network speed is there, right? So it is NVIDIA, means it is for graphic purpose also. This will be very costly actually. So you can see that, see, right? If I say database one, let's say 832, right? So here 832 or 1632, I take 1632 example. So here you can see that even I have taken the high configuration, the cost is less, right? Although I have taken the less configuration, but I have taken the graphics one. So if I take, let's say, normal one without graphics one, so I take 16, 816, right? This is higher configuration than the previous one, right? 816 without graphics. It will be much cheaper, see? It is much cheaper. So make sure that whatever you selected should be there. Also on top of it, I have taken the free Linux. It means I do not have to pay the license cost of it, right? Because I have taken, if I take Red Hat, I have to pay license. If I take Windows, I have to pay license, right? Then I taken the free Linux, right? If I take the enterprise version, or the one that is the licenses involved, the cost will go high. So from Linux, I taken the Red Hat. Now the cost is increased. Can you see that? Yeah. So if I go with the free one, cost will reduce obviously, because here AWS has to give the license fees to the Red Hat also, or Windows company, Microsoft also. That is the reason the charges are high. This is freeware, so the charges are less. Okay, so if I go here and check that how much is my total cost, so I click on that, it talks about your cost for EC2 instance is $448. Okay, and there is no support cost that it has asked. There is no support cost. Okay, so in that case you can see that in this case you have seen that your EC2 instance cost is there, but here if you look into that, there is no storage cost, right? There is no storage cost. Okay, so if there is no storage cost, then you need a storage cost also, right? So from where I have to add? Simple, I need to add in the same place only, right? So here I go back here, go down and click on EBS volume. In the EBS volume, I scroll down again and write app server, web server and database server. I need one volume or two volume, right? Which storage type? I select it here and I mention here, let's say 500 GB. 500 GB means how many servers that we have? 2 servers. It means 250, 250. Or in each server, if I want 500 GB, then I need to mention 1000, right? For the this is for calculation purpose only. Same is here. My bad. And if I mention here database, the database, let's say I want more, right? Let's say 2 TB, right? And I take PIOPS back because that is fast and that is good for, right? Let's say 3000 IOPS. Okay, so this is the storage I want, and now I want S3 storage also. I click on S3 storage. In S3 storage, there are multiple type of storage that I have, right? That we learned also. There are multiple types. I take a standard one, and I want 500 GB of storage, and I want to put copy, right? Let's say for 200 or 2000 request, right? Or get, I want again 2000. That's all, right? So now here the cost is changed. I go here and now I can see the volume cost is $450. IOPS cost is, why volume cost is so high, equivalent to your EC2 instance? Because I have taken PIOPS. PIOPS is costly, very costly, right? So the cost is gone high. If I make it also general purpose and 2 TB remain it as it is, you can see the cost is gone down like anything. 440 now only 400. Can you see that? And here we have to remember, guys, our servers are running only 12 hours in a day. It means that in night time they are not working at all. That is the reason the cost is less here. If I make it 24 hours, utilize 100%, and if I write, or if I let it be this hours in a day, or I change it to 24 instead of 12 hours, the cost will be double. Huh? See, the instance cost has reached to the $895. Okay, and the storage cost is now also reduced. Now the EC2, if I talk about, the EC2 is costing me $11, and now it is asking me to support cost also. It is asking me to pay for the support cost. Why should I pay the support cost? That we'll talk. Here it is giving me the discount of $3 also, right? Okay. In corporate, we never select the free tier. We deselect always. We never show that free tier one. Okay. So this is the way you can calculate the cost. And if I scroll down, this support cost, there are 4 different type of supports. I click on this AWS supports. So very first is the basic support, where you will not get the technical, right? It is clearly mentioned, provide customer immediate around the clock access to the customer service and technical support for the system health issues. That direct to AWS. Customer support also have the technical FAQs, best practices and all. But it will not tell you about if you're getting any issue. It is a kind of a generic support. You will not get the deep technical support over there. Okay, that's fine. Then you say that no, I'm working on the environment. I need a deep technical support also. What should I do? Okay, so you can take a around $29 a month plan where they can ask you, or you can ask the technical questions also here if you're getting any issue. Okay, so you are good. Now you can ask technical questions. Okay, the another type of is business, right? Where they will give you the 24/7 support about all the details, whatever you need, solutions, suggestions, everything they will give you, right? They will help you in designing the architecture. They will tell you what to do. Approx 10% of whatever the cost of your infra that is coming, they charge approx 10%, in 8 to 10% rather, that they charge. Okay, so here if you look into that, if I selected this one here, the approximate cost they are taking $130. So you can see approx $1,300 it is coming, 10% they are charging, or rather little more, right? So this is the third one. What about the fourth one? The fourth one is the one where you say that I need a dedicated person from the AWS, and that guy should be available or work like a employee or the project person who is always available and help me to do the things. It means it will like your company person who is assigned to the project and dedicated to you. Okay, so here you can select this enterprise, but the problem is that this is very costly. This is $1,400. The cost of our enterprise $15,000 a month you have to pay. $15,000 a month you have to pay, and within 15 minutes the person will be available and start providing the support. Okay, so here you can see that you have to pay $15,000 plan. So overall cost change from $1,400 to $16,307. Okay, so this is for the enterprise companies. Okay, sir, obviously your AWS support manager or AWS who has the ownership, which type of support that we should take, or the enterprise architect, or who is managing this whole AWS account practice. So how the costing structure will work if we need to provide costing to the new customer which we would like to start from the scratch? Same thing, right? You will do all this. So you will fetch out the whole report, right? You will fetch out this report, right? One more thing, let's say, remember that I taught you on demand, reserve, spot, right? So let's say reserve, this is for on demand. Let's say I make a commitment to the AWS that I will use for 1 year, right? And commitment only, no reserve upfront cost that you are going to do. If I select that, the cost is reduced. See, the cost is less now. If I can do that, see, it is reduced. Now you have to pay less, right? You have to pay less now, $1,500 something. And let me remove this enterprise one. Yeah. Now you have to pay $970. From $1,400 you have to pay $970, right? So this way, if you talk the reserve instance, you have to pay less. Okay, you have to pay less. In order to decide, can we change later? Yes, you can change. So you can always change it. So this is there. So let's say now it is ready. Now you have to give this cost to the customer. So you have available to the customer, right? Now you want to give. So what you can do? You can download as an Excel sheet and give it to the customer. So you can click on save and share. Export to the CSV and click on this. It will download this, right? And this is not understandable. So what I do, I maximize this. Now it is clear. It is saying the EC2 instances S3. What option that we have taken, it is showing everything. You can give it to the customer. Now your customer says that no, I will not accept this. You might have added your profit also, and I don't want to give. I want the original details given by AWS. Then I say it is original, sir. I have not modified. But he said that no, I don't believe you. I need the generated by AWS. Okay, this is also generated by AWS. No, it is not authentic. It can be modified. So what I do, I go to the Google, this calculator also. Click on save and share. Click on this. It will give me the URL. I copy this URL, okay, and send this URL to the customer. If I send this URL, let's say I close this calculator now. I close this calculator. Everything is gone. And this link came to me. Let's say I am a customer and I open this link into the browser. Enter. I will get everything back whatever I saved. Everything back. It is showing 0. Now it will change to whatever I have selected. See. So it means that it will redirect you to the calculator and you can get the one that is generated over there. It means that I cannot change or modify anything at my end. Right? Now question time. Can you please show one example for VPC costing? Of course, yes. So if I go here and I go to the VPC, where it is VPC? Let's go down, right? Elastic Balancer, Load Balancer, Elasticsearch, VPC, Virtual Private Cloud. Yeah, Amazon VPC, right here. In Amazon VPC, it is showing me that do we need VPN connection? You want to connect your VPC to the outside? Then I said no, I don't want, because VPC cost is free. VPC is not chargeable, by the way. Okay, VPC is not chargeable. Net gateway is chargeable. I want net gateway. How much? One net gateway, 100% utilized, 24/7, right? Data processed. How much data you want to process? Let's say I want process 100 GB of data in a month. Okay. Do I need private link? No. I want VPC traffic mirroring? No. I want data transfer in the VPC. VPC free है, but VPC में जो data जाता है और data मतलब goes inside and outside is chargeable, right? So inter-region transfer. Let's say I want 100 GB data processed. I want 50 GB to be out, 50 GB to be in, right? 50 GB to be in. Do I need pairing data transfer from one VPC to the another? Okay, let's say 10 GB I want to do that. Inter-region, no, I don't have. So that is that calculation I did. So it added also here. It is redirecting to the VPC now. You can see that. Come on. Okay, so it is added the VPC. VPC is free, but the data transfer it is added $39. So 39 is the VPC data transfer cost or net cost. So page got hanged. It is asking me to wait. I prefer to wait. So it is asking me to pay $39.54. Okay, now it is open. Yeah, you can see the net gateway cost is the most cost. Rest of the cost are nothing. So data transfer costs are very less. Only the net cost is there because net is paid, chargeable. That I already told. So hope I answered the question that is asked by Swapnil. Swapnil, is it clear, right? So this is the way you can do the cost calculation, guys, and it really gives you the clarity how much you are going to spend. But in industry, you know what, one more thing extra gets added here. What here we have not transferred, we have taken EC2, we have taken S3, but data transfer we have not taken, the one that we have just seen into the VPC, right? That thing we have not considered here. So industry says that what you should do here, you need to add to your customer, you need to mention network cost, or the another word is called network cost, or slash data transfer cost. How much that cost? That normally industry calculates the 20% of total cost. So when you give to your customer, you always consider this and mention clearly this is your total cost now. So total cost is $1,100, not $974. You always add this network cost because the data transfer, the data you are going to upload or data you want to download to your EC2, your VPC, your load balancer, your S3 is chargeable. It is not free. Can we calculate exact in a one go? No, we cannot. And that is the reason we have added 20%. That's the industry practice that it follows. Maybe the tomorrow the cost may generate not 192, maybe less or maybe little more, but the approximate number that we have. Okay, so you should always add this cost, right? And this learning comes from if you are working in the industry. Otherwise, if you are just learning, people will tell you that this is the cost you should give to the. No, you should not. You should add this cost, network cost. That is 20% of your overall cost. Make sense? Any question, guys? Okay. Aboli, Ravi, Sally, all well? It is not going from above the head, right? You are with me. Perfect. So this is all about cost, guys. I strongly recommend